So welcome to another episode of Phillip Trading Podcast. So my name is William and our speaker today is Trent, which is our Senior Marketing and Dealing Executive at Phillip Capital. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the latest event, which is Nancy Pelosi is going to Taiwan, okay, the House of Speaker at US, for her provocative visit that is going to violate the US promise to oppose Taiwan independence. Okay, so because of Pelosi visiting Taiwan, China actually launched a massive military drills around the island of Taiwan. Okay, so before we move into the topic, what we are going to talk about, okay, how have you been, Trent?
Yeah, I'm feeling good today.
Yeah.
All excited for today's topic.
Yeah, okay, great, great. So let's move directly into the topic to see how does the visit of Pelosi to Taiwan affect the global market. Okay, so first question here is that, Trent, do you think that China really has the intention to start a war with US? If no, why do you think China actually launched these massive military drills around the island of Taiwan?
Okay, so in my opinion, China has no intentions to go to war with US or Taiwan. The military deals are actually just tactics used by China to put pressure on Taiwan to speed up the negotiation on the reunification of the two countries. China actually sees Taiwan as a breakaway province that will eventually be under Beijing's control again in the near time. However, Taiwan sees itself as an independent country with its own constitution and a democratically elected leaders. So, the China's President Xi Jinping has said reunification with Taiwan must be fulfilled and has not ruled out the possible use of force to achieve it.
Okay, okay. So overall, we don't. I think the whole world at this moment, I think there is no war between China and US. Okay. So second question here is that, China after Pelosi visiting Taiwan, right? China actually stopped some of the economic trades with Taiwan. Taiwan. One of the highlight is that China stopped exporting the natural sand to Taiwan. So for some context, natural sand are actually used to turn into silicon, which is a kind of raw material for the semicon companies to turn it into a semiconductor. Okay, so Taiwan in general, they produce 50% of the global semiconductor demand. So do you think China-Taiwan conflict is going to escalate and also to put a supply chain issue onto this semicon?
Okay, so the relations between Taiwan and China appear to have deteriorated sharply following Pelosi's visit to Taiwan, which Beijing condemned as extremely dangerous. China says its military exercises are focused on six danger zones around Taiwan, three of which overlap the island's territory waters. And also Taiwan says the move which will force ships and planes to find routes around those areas and violates its sovereignty and amounts to a blockade, which will also disrupt the supply chain, meaning to say export going out from Taiwan will definitely be affected as they have to divert their roads. And also Taiwan has also warned companies on the island to expect intense cyber attacks in the coming days. And in any military confrontation, China's armed force would dwarf those of Taiwan. China spends more than any country except US on defense and could draw on a huge range of capabilities from naval power to missile technology, aircraft and cyber attacks and so on, right? So much of China military power is focused elsewhere, but in overall terms of active duty personnel, for example, is way huge compared to Taiwan. So in my prediction, if there's an open conflict, some Taiwan could at best aim to slow a Chinese attack while waiting for outside help. And this outside help may come from US, which currently sells firearms to Taiwan. So, and also in May, US President Joe Biden appeared to have hardened Washington's position. And when asked whether US would defend Taiwan military, Mr. Biden said yes. So
Okay.
uh, we might foresee some further conflict going on.
Okay, okay. Probably this is one of the conspiracy from the United States to create this kind of conflict. Okay, so the next question here. So after all, if there is no war, then what is the main purpose for Nancy Pelosi insisting on visiting Taiwan despite China strongly disagrees it?
Okay, so actually Pelosi's tour of Asia was announced, right, officially to reaffirm America's unshakable commitment to their allies and friends in the region. Okay, initially the itinerary was limited just to Singapore, Malaysia, South Korea, and Japan. Then in one of their press release by Pelosi's representative declared that the visit in no way contradicts long-standing United States policy guided by the Taiwan Relation Act of 1979, U.S. Joint Communiques and the Sixth Assurance. So the United States continues to oppose unilateral efforts to change the status quo. And diplomatically, the US currently sticks to one China policy, which recognizes only one Chinese government in Beijing and has formal ties with China rather than Taiwan.
Okay, okay. So one last question before we end the podcast, okay, which is regarding the FTSE Taiwan Indexes futures, because at Phillip Capital we do offer Taiwan indexes for our clients to trade. Okay, so as we all know, Taiwan indexes will mainly consist of semiconductor stocks as its components index. Okay, so nonetheless, Taiwan indexes has been relatively weak in the past week, given the outstanding performance of Nasdaq. So we all know Nasdaq has been on a strong rebound, but it doesn't help Taiwan indexes despite so much technology stocks in the components. Do you think the weak performance of Taiwan indexes has anything to do with Pelosi visiting Taiwan, capping the gain?
Yeah, so in my opinion, the weak performance of the FTSE Taiwan Index futures was actually partly attributed to Pelosi's trip to Taiwan. Semiconductor companies in Taiwan actually currently already under pressure from the global supply chain issues. And with the recent economic sanctions by China on exports of the natural sand to Taiwan, I suggest that most semiconductor companies will suffer further damages. In fact, shares in chipmaker Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC in short, actually fell as much as 2.98% on Tuesday, 2 August, when Pelosi landed in Taiwan. As such, we may see further weakness in the FTSE Taiwan Index futures in the near term.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Trent, for your opinion. So you reckon Taiwan indexes will continue to move in sideways or weakness in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. So
Yep.
with that, I think that is all the questions I have. Thanks for your sharing. Okay. So for those that are interested to find out how to trade or how you can participate to trade the Taiwan indexes or the Nasdaq that we have just mentioned earlier, okay, feel free to drop us a message in the comment box, and we'll be able to help you out to let you know everything about it. Okay, with that, I think that is all for today, and I guess I will see you next round, Trent. Thank you.
Okay, see you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.